Hi guys, it's Parks and welcome to my 2048 guide. So, in this guide I will be showing you how to get the tile 2048. Right now I'm just messing around and that's starting a game. So 12,208 is not my highest score. This is on the computer so I can record it easier, but my highest score on my phone is 34,116. So I've obviously gotten 2048. So my basic strategy for getting 2048, I get it around 7/10 of the time I play this game, which is a pretty high rate, 70%. Um, is just keep everything in the top left corner. So at the beginning, you can basically just button mash. So you just press random buttons. This is not sped up at all. But make sure you only press the left arrow key and the up arrow key. And that will make all your biggest tiles go to the top left. Right there, I pretty much didn't button mash, but okay. This is a bad situation to be in because if you move to the right, you could have a 2 or a 4 spawn where your 128 should be. So you basically don't have a choice, and I got lucky and nothing spawned there. It's not that high of a chance that something will spawn there. It's only like a 1 in 10 chance, or however many tiles you have open. But just try to find open opportunities for getting an even higher tile where that 128 is. Like right now, I almost have another 128. So if I just move to the left 3 times, then I'll have a 256. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now that I have 256, I'm just going to keep going as I was. Maybe button mash a little bit more. And oops, went to the right on accident. And that's enough button mashing because I'm kind of getting into a sticky situation. And get out of that, I just make a 128 and I'm good. Okay, this is bad. Okay, well, that's pretty much all you have to do. I'm just gonna mute my microphone and maybe speed it up and get a 2048 right here, right now, hopefully at least. And I might come back in a few minutes to teach you what to do for your next step. Okay, so I've gotten a 512 and a 128. So my next step would be to get a 256 where that 128 is. So all I have to do is get another 128 where that 16 is on the top row. And I will have a 256 once I move the 128 into the other 128. So to do that, I'm going to try to get a 16 where that 8 is. Okay, I did that. And get a 32. And then get another 32 where that 8 is. So I got that. So now if I slide these two 128s together, I'll get a 256. And I did that. So now I'm just going to try to get that 16 to a 128. And then all I have to do after that is get another 128. And I will have an 1024. Alright, so I've kind of run into a problem. So you can see the only move I can do is go down. And this could be really bad because if I get a 2, a 4, or a 4 on top of the 512, 256, or 128, that could mean the game for me. So, I got really lucky, and I didn't get a 2 or a 4 above the 512, 256, or 128. And that makes me happy. So I still have a fairly decent chance of getting a 2048. As you can see, all I need right now is an 8, or not, never mind. Okay, if I can just get the 32, this is a tough situation. Dang it, again, really? Okay, all I have to do is get that 2 to a 4, okay. And now I have an 128, an 128, a 256, and a 512. And if I slide up, left, and left, I have an 1024. So, I'm going to keep going, and my next step would be to get a 512 next to the 1024, 256 next to that, and a 128 next to that. So, all I have to do is get that 32 to a 64, which I can do right now, and then get that to a 128. This makes it easy, even if you have terrible experience playing this game, and your highest tile is like 10, not 10, but 128 or something, which I mean is kind of sad, no offense, but my high score the first time I ever played this game was only like 3,000, so my tile was a 256. Okay, now that I have a 256 there, speaking of 256, my next step would be to get that 256, or get to a 128 next to the 256, and then get that 128 to a 256. As you can see, I'm not really going left and up anymore. I'm going right and up now. Mostly because I'm trying to get my big tiles to the top right corner now, because even though I have an 1024 right there, I'm trying to get my 128s and my 256s to the other side. Okay, now that I have a 128, all I have to do is get this 2 right here to a 128. Then I'll have a 1024 and a 512. Alright, I have a 1024, a 256, and 2 128s. So if I slide this 128 into the 128, I'll have a 256 and a 256. If I slide those together, I'll have a 512. So now that I have a 1024 and a 512, all I have to get now is a 128 and a 256 next to each other in the places of that 16 and that 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get those tiles, and I'll be back. Alright, now that I've gotten a 1024, a 512, a 256, and a 128, I have a pretty good score right now. And all I have left to do is get an 128 to touch that other 128, to be right next to it. And then all I have to do is go up, left, 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 and I'll have a 2048, which is fun. It's a great feeling when you get that tile. Okay, so there's only a couple moves I have to do left, and that would be to get this 2 to an 8. And put those together. Oh gosh, okay. And then get that there, and now I have an 128, an 128, a 256, a 512, and a 1024. So I'm going to go up, left, left, and put these two with the 1024s together, I'll have a 2048. Awesome. I will keep going, and that is the video. You guys can keep watching if you want to see me finish this game and see what score I get to, but you don't have to. You can go ahead and play 2048 and try to get that tile. I feel like you all can get it. It's not that difficult to get. I used to think it was incredibly difficult, but now that I've worked out this strategy, I don't think it's that hard anymore. Oh gosh. So, post in the comments if you get this tile. I hope you do. Good luck, and I will see you guys next time.